everybody, Nigel here with you, Nigel's Modelling Bench, and as requested by a couple of you, here's Dottie. You've asked to see her in my last roundup, so here she is. She's growing, getting heavier and becoming more and more restless, and she's a little doll. What are you going to say hello, Dottie? Look, what's this here? Dottie, what's this here? Look, you're going to say hello to the people? You're going to give them a wave? Say hello. There we go, she is gorgeous. Right, so I'm really sorry. I'm going to start with an apology. I've been a little quiet of late on this channel. I've been very, very busy working on the Fiat, and I've been very, very busy with other stuff as well. You know, life stuff, not just modelling and cars. It's been a very, very busy couple of weeks for me doing other stuff. So, but luckily today is Thursday, I've got a day off. Well, I say I've got a day off. I had to go pick my van up this morning because it was MOT yesterday. So I had to walk down to the garage, get it and come back. And on the way back, I went into Lidl's. I've become a bit of a Parkside buffoon, if you like. I seem to be buying everything they do lately. And as I buy stuff, my old tools are breaking down. So it's good. You know, sometimes you buy this stuff and think, do I really need it? You know, I've already got a battery drill. Do I need another battery drill? And all of a sudden, my battery drill, the batteries are lasting like 15 minutes. You can probably drill 6 8mm holes and that's it. It's finished. So I think the batteries are dying on that. So yeah, I did buy a new cordless drill, and glad I did, because as we all know with this Parkside stuff, it is very, very good. It all has a 3-year guarantee, and generally, if it's worth having, it sells out like that. And it is crazy. So today, as you'll see in the title, I want to promote something for the lovely Peter over at ASK, Art Scale Kit over in the Czech Republic. As you know, he recently sent me I bought it, it wasn't given to me, the Heinkel 111 from Border Model in 35th scale. I wanted to get that because of late shipping and stuff. A couple of people have said to me in comments that, in discussions and emails and stuff, you know, you talk about the stuff going on in the Middle East and everything. How is that going to affect shipping of plastic model kits from China? The problem is, it's a bit like aircraft or airlines. You may well get a strike at Luton Airport or something, a baggage handler strike, say, and you may well get a strike in France, and you think, well, how on earth is that affecting anything from Heathrow or Gatwick or flights to New York? The problem is, it's all about positioning and planning. So if they have a ground strike, say Gatwick Airport has a strike and Heathrow doesn't, it could well be that the aircraft that's stuck at Gatwick that can't leave because there's nobody there to physically see the plane off, it can't get to New York to come back to Heathrow. Do you see what I mean? So, and then also you'll have crews that have gone past their time, and the whole plan of, you know, crew A is going to fly plane B, or crew A is going to fly plane A to New York, and then crew B will fly in plane A back to Heathrow, where crew C will fly it to Japan. So plane A is now in Japan, having been to New York and Heathrow, and you've got crews all over the world ready to fly planes, and that's what happens. And it's going to be the same with cargo ships. You know, they're going to have, you know, they will have planned a delivery of cargo from Taiwan to the Philippines or something, and then it will go back to China and then come back to the UK. And because there's stuff in the middle, and that's what's happening. And I just wanted to close that because that's what a lot of people are saying. So that's my opinion. It's not something I've been told, but it's my opinion that once you mess up the strategy, then, you know, it just sort of affects everything. So yeah, Peter, Art Scale Kit over in the Czech Republic. He's done a first for him. It's kind of a first. He has produced a kit. Now he's using plastic from a different manufacturer, he's using photo etch from a different manufacturer. He has a book which has been provided by an author and a publisher, printer, whatever you want to call them. And then he's brought all that together with his resin, his masks, his wheel masks, his decals, and put together a beautiful package, much like, or probably better than, the 1/32 scale Glostometer from Revell. It's the same publisher, the same book, not the, obviously it's not the Meteor book, it's the P-51 book, but basically he sent me this information via Messenger, so I've got it up on my computer screen, so I'm literally going to read out what he sent me rather than try and interpret it and maybe get something wrong. So excuse me for looking away from this screen, I'm looking at that screen to see it. And as you all know, if you've got Facebook, Messenger comes up as a small window in the right hand bottom corner, and I'd rather it was here so I could sort of, I can't move it. I don't know how to move it anyway. So P-51 Mustang Antwerp Guardians 1/48 Collector's Edition. We are proud to introduce a truly exceptional project, a strictly limited collector's edition of the P-51D Mustang in 1/48 scale, limited to only 400 pieces worldwide. This unique release is the result of close cooperation between Art Scale Kit Distribution SRO and Duke Hawkins Publications. Historical significance. The edition features 6 iconic US Air Force aircraft stationed around Antwerp and across Belgium during the turn of 44-45. These legendary fighters, some piloted by renowned flying aces, played a crucial role in the final stages of the war in Europe. Premium content and craftsmanship presenting a luxurious and visually stunning box art. This kit is based on the world-class Edward limited plastic parts, further enhanced by high-end aftermarket components. Precision 3D printed parts by ASK, pilot seat with harnesses, engine exhaust, main landing gear wheels and tail wheel. The book is new by Duke Hawkins. It's the P-51 Mustang. The photo etch is pre-painted colour details for the cockpit, professional masking, unrivaled double-sided masks for clear parts, plus specialised foam masks for wheel wells and air intakes. Decals and design, expertly designed by Duke Hawkins and printed to the highest standards by ASK Distribution. Bonus items, a beautiful graphic print on heavy cardstock and comprehensive detailed build instructions. Hurry up, we start selling now. The 400 piece worldwide is guaranteed to be one of them. And then there's a link where you can go and have a look, www.artscale.eu, and I'm probably going to go and buy one actually. So I've got some pictures. He sent me a load of pictures. I'm not going to put them all up now, but I've got them here printed out in front of me so that I can go through them and bring them up on the screen as I'm talking. So the first one here, this is the beautiful box art he talks about. So you can see there's a lovely box art there, and you've got all the information about the kit and everything that's in it. Then we've got the 6 schemes. You can see they're fairly colourful with the yellows and blues and reds and everything on there. We've got a couple of images here looking inside the book. So you can see there's a lovely cockpit detailed ones, and there's some nice external photos of a P-51 taking off. Then we've got an image of the poster. This is the cardstock poster you get in the kit. Then we have the little box of extras. So you've got wheel masks. Sorry, that's not wheel masks in there. I've got this. You can see what it's tiny what I'm looking at. But you can see basically we've got 3D printed parts and everything in there. And then we've got some photo etch which looks very much like Edward to me. We've got the masks and the wheel bay masks there in one little package, which is nice. Remember the double-sided masks, which are lovely. Decals. So as I said just now, designed by Duke Hawkins, printed by ASK. So they're going to have the film over them, so you can put the decals down and then go over with lighter fluid, and the film will come off, and you'll get that lovely painted-on look. So now we start looking at some plastics. We've got the plastic sprues from the Edward kit. Again, this is 1/48 scale, and it's a P-51D. So you can see there we've got lovely wings, fuselage halves, and then some detail parts on 3 larger sprues. Then we can see we've got some detail shots there of some various parts around the kit. And there's another image there, some more, it looks like drop tanks or something. And then we've got that typical Edward round clear sprue, which is very nice. Edward clear parts, as you know, are always very nice indeed. So there we are. I should have had a look before and seen the price, but I haven't. So what I might do is pause the video now and come back. So I'm going to put a link below the video in the description down below, and you can see on there, go and have a look at it for yourself. There's 37 images on there, so on the website. So there we go. It's €89.80 for the kit. So when you consider, I mean, he's got the kit there for £27.61. So you're talking about €60 for the book. the masks, the photo etch. That's the weekend edition there, isn't it? I think that's good. For that money, that's going to be the weekend edition. Yeah, that's not going to have any extras or anything. That's just the basic. That's the basic kit. So yeah, 89.80. You're getting the kit, the photo etch, the 3D printed resin, the book, the masks, the wheel masks, and the lovely decals from ASK. So very, very nicely put together package. So I think I might go and get myself one. It does look very, very nice. So there we are. That was what I wanted to talk to you about today. Sorry, the camera's a bit low. It's chopping the top of my head off, doesn't it? Because I've cut my head on the garage door anyway. Yeah, so as I say, sorry I've been a little bit quiet lately. As you can see, on the bench behind me here is the Hot Car Models A20. There's a box of stuff from the brilliant Spot model. That's some more Fiat stuff. And there you can see the wings of the A20 there. Been doing some work with them. So there is a video coming out of that very shortly, I hope. But as I say, the weather's really, really nice lately. Yesterday was a bit rubbish. But yesterday I couldn't do anything because I had to wait for people to come and buy stuff off of the Fiat and some Jeep stuff as well. So there we go. Right, I will see you all soon. Thank you for watching. Get yourself on over to the Art Scale Kit website. As I say, link in the description down below. Go and have a look and maybe order yourself one. It says he's got more than 5 kits in stock. We can deliver to 30th of 3rd 26. So that's UK. I know that when I bought that Hunker 111, it came in 4 or 5 days. It was incredible. So, and that was delivered by, I think it was FedEx. So I think it was FedEx he used for that. So there we go. It's always worth paying the extra with Art Scale Kit. If you are buying direct from them, pay the extra and use FedEx or DHL or whatever. The Czech postal service can be an absolute and utter nightmare. Okay, believe me. So I sent something to Peter. I sent the Airfix Lysander to Peter for him to make masks for it, and then he passed the kit on to Edward, who he's quite friendly with. He passed the kit on to Edward for them to use to make resin for it. Okay, because obviously I could send it to them quicker than they could get it over in the Czech Republic, being Airfix, because I had it like as soon as it came out. So I bought the kit. I sent it to Peter via Royal Mail, so therefore it went through Czech post as soon as it got to Czech Republic, and it was held in customs. Okay, you won't believe they wanted Peter to prove the valuation I put. Now that kit was about $44.99, and I put a value on it. Bearing in mind the box had been opened, all the bags had been opened. The kit was now second hand, if you like. And it was wrapped up in cardboard, sent to them, and I put a value of £25. And the Czech Republic held it, waiting for Peter to prove that it was only worth £25. He had to somehow prove that it was only worth, and it delayed the kit by about a week. So I've had stuff sent to me. Peter sent me some stuff. The total value of what was, it was a load of masks and decals in a large envelope, and the total value was about €96 of all these decal sets of masks, and they wanted to charge me something like £115 customs. Like, what? Stupid. So we just left it, and then just leave it, ignore it, and then they send it back to him. So yeah, I'd recommend paying the extra and not using the Czech postal services. Twice I've had problems with them out of about 4 times. So lately what Peter's been doing, a lot of the review samples you've seen me doing, Peter's actually sent them with a delivery to Hannants, and then Hannants have forwarded them on to me to avoid paying the massive cost for you know, DHL or whatever for one little box, and getting caught up in this. I don't mind paying customs. I don't mind paying VAT. Okay, if that Hunker 111 had been stopped and I had to pay VAT on it to the value of whatever it is, 100 quid, whatever, I would happily, well not happily, but I will gladly pay, not gladly, I will pay the £20 VAT that is due. What I would object to is paying the £20 VAT plus their £15 service charge for doing it. That's what I disagree with. But that was ridiculous. They wanted more than what the value of the items were. In customs, it was absolutely crazy. They obviously got, it should have been £10 or something. They got a naught out. But anyway, so there we go. I've waffled enough. I'm going to get out in the garage, get on with my Fiat, and I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you for watching, and bye for now. Bye.